the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For the first time with Bijan Robinson. Well, he had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. You look at the Saints defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Jackson. We'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
Jackson now. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Third down.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Report. Middle.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
The quick feet by Jackson. Touchdown, Cowboys! Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
The score, Cowboys 7, Saints nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, Cowboys! Check, Bobcat! Go!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. You look at this Cowboy defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38. Here comes third down at 7. Looks like they'll move things around here.
And it's third down.
Nineteen tight. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 79 Broncos. 60 Maverick.
Out of the gun now on third down. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Another fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 19
That was
yards.
definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's a tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a first and goal.
Goal to go.
Wanna quit? Ready? Talk. Hey, Ozzy, talk.
Now it's Jackson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Give to Robinson on the option. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Third and goal, Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so it's half the distance. You put it into 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
19, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Come on. Hey. 60 by 40, 70.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Second and 15. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37.
First down. A gain of 18.
Now they'll change things up.
First down, New Orleans.
Mustang 19. Cap 60. Cap 60.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Tiger, 19 Tiger. Riggs. Check smash.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Panther 60. Big Lion. Dragon 60.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go, check. 70 Timberwolves. Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Pioneer. 70 Rangers. Go check. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
At the 43-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now it's Jackson. That's out wide here for Robinson. Trying. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Bijan Robinson, 43 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 21. Saints nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now be taken in downfield by Gatwood. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards.
A 51-yard gain. First down, Saints.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
18.
They'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever. Who calls a first down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a first down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak. But they did gain yards.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this to about the 38. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. And Shaheed going to go in motion. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys! Bijan Robinson with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Saints first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And Charbonnet once again. And running with power here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Saints first down. A gain of 19 yards.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Come on, check.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And now a handout to Charbonnet. How about this defense for a third straight play? He's going nowhere. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Get it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Look at the big fella go. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing, and partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
79 Broncos.
2nd and 5. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 3rd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. Taking it right down Broadway. Oh, some strong running. Oh, it still won't go down. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
They'll try and run it here. And this time they'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
105 yards rushing for him now to this point. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
They'll run again here with Robinson. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready.
And they take a knee.
Get it. Viking 18.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Cougar 19.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Come on.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for